And we'll just do some shoulder opening with that strap. So just have that here. And just arriving in our space together, starting in a seated position, or if you want, you can lie down. And if it's comfortable, perhaps closing the eyes. Maybe bringing the awareness from the front of the eyes, kind of to the back of the eyes, kind of towards the back of the head and down the back body. And just inhale and exhale. Let's do that again, keeping our awareness towards the back of the body. Exhale to scan the back of the body. And then we'll inhale up the back of the body again. Exhale down the back of the body. Inhale up the back of the body. And now let's exhale down the back of the body and just let that exhale rest in the hips. And we'll just breathe into the hips. And exhale, maybe out the soles of the feet. Inhale, letting that breath kind of pool in the hips. And then whenever it feels good, just let the breath go. And just continue with natural breath, letting that breath go wherever it finds itself in the body. And then maybe bringing hands to the heart space. Maybe you press the hands together and you feel the elbows rise slightly. Maybe you relax the hands into one another and the elbows drop. Just relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the elbows. Letting the hands kind of determine where those elbows go. Today's practice, the sunshine is such a reminder of the warmth that we receive from others. We hear the sounds of spring, maybe kids playing outside or people laughing outside. Today, if it lands with you, perhaps dedicating your practice to someone that you love. Bringing them to your mind, your heart space right now. And if your mind starts to wander during practice at any time, just bring it back to that person and the dedication of your energy to them. Let's chant a single Om together, exhaling and inhaling. Exhale. Om. And now releasing the hands maybe to the lap or out like a T. And just maybe rolling the neck around, maybe side to side or front to back. Getting some movement in the neck. And then let's bring that neck to the middle. And then roll the shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. You can roll them back, up, and forward. But getting some movement in the shoulders. And then we'll bring those arms out in front, the thumbs to the sky. Let's keep our gaze towards that left thumb, and now bring that right arm kind of as far back behind you as you can. Yep, so we got the left in front, the right behind. And now take that gaze towards that, over that left shoulder, so to the left side. Maybe notice the back of the neck on the right side, respond. And now bring the head through and glance over towards that right thumb. Now keep the head and the gaze back, and now bring the right hand to the front so the fingertips face forward, but the gaze is towards the back over the shoulder. And now bring the head forward to shine through the thumbs and feel those shoulder blades depress down the back and the shoulders drop. And now bring that right arm back behind us again, keeping the gaze forward. And now bring the gaze over that left shoulder. It's getting some movement at that C7 and T1 vertebrae in the back. Now bring the gaze towards that right thumb, looking kind of behind you, right? And now bring that arm forward. Keep the gaze behind us. And now bring the gaze forward between the thumbs. Feel those shoulder blades drop down, the shoulders shine forward. Now bring the hands to the shins and drop the chin to the chest. And pause there and lengthen through the back of the neck. Maybe round that spine, kind of a cat back as we drop that chin to the chest a little more. And now we'll inhale to rise up, ears over shoulders, dropping the shoulders down. Good. And we'll bring the arms back out in front, warming up the shoulders, warming up that spine. The right arm stays forward this time. That left arm reaches back, as far back as we can reach behind us, keeping it high. The gaze over that right thumb. Breathe in. And now exhale, gaze over that right shoulder. Pausing here. Breathe in. And then exhale, bring the head through, gaze over that left shoulder. Keep that gaze towards the back, left, and bring that left arm, that left hand forward. Keep the gaze behind us, fingertips shine forward. And now bring the head forward, gazing between the hands. Good, breathe in. Exhale, that left hand sweeps back. Good, breathe in. Exhale, that gaze goes over the right shoulder. Maybe bring some awareness to the back of the neck and give it a breath. On an exhale, the gaze goes through the middle over that left shoulder, glancing over the left thumb. On an exhale, bring that left palm forward. The gaze remains back. And then on your next exhale, bring the gaze forward between the thumbs. And release any effort in the arms and just shake it out, letting those arms rest. Yep, good. And now let's grab that strap. You know, we're gonna come to standing. So let's rise up and stand. Maybe we come into a forward fold first and let that spine become nice and long with the head heavy, falling over those legs. And imagine those fibers between those vertebrae becoming long. We'll pause here for another breath. Exhale, bend the knees. Let's rise all the way up. And then standing, maybe with the feet wide or hip distance apart, bring that strap out in front. Maybe the hands are wide, maybe they're narrow, but we're going to do some of that shoulder flossing. We see our baseball players doing this as they warm up with their bat, right? We're gonna do it with our strap. So we can start with that strap nice and low. Let's just bring it in front of us to start. So stand up nice and tall and just go up, overhead, and then exhale down. Imagine you're pulling that strap apart too. So no slack in that strap. We're gonna activate those shoulders. So inhale up, and then exhale down. Really nice job. Exhale and inhale. Now your next inhale up, maybe bring it behind the head just a little. The chest maybe shines forward and then lower it down on an exhale. You might need to make your grip a little wider as we bring it behind the head a little more. And now just moving at your own body's kind of cueing. Maybe you drop that strap a little bit more behind you. You might need to make the arms really wide apart, or maybe they stay where they were. Making these circles from the front to the back. And we'll do this 2 more times. Maybe closing the eyes and seeing this circle that we're creating around us with the strap. And the next time that strap comes in front, you can close the eyes and just drop that strap off to the side. Feel those hands free. Feel the shoulders free. Finding our mountain pose and grounding through the feet. We bring in our hands to our heart space again, connecting with that person to whom we're dedicating this practice. And then we'll inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana, moving through some sun salutations right off the bat to warm the body. Let's inhale up to kind of a flatter back, hands on the thighs or the shins. Now that spine that we gave that attention to earlier, lengthen through the neck as the head reaches forward. Feel those sits bones reach back. Imagine maybe the hands on the thighs, the elbows reaching back as well. Yeah. And so you feel the shoulders go back as we do that. Let's pause here in our Ardha Uttanasana. Grounding through the feet, firing up the fronts of the legs, lengthening through the neck. And now let's exhale, fold again. Let that neck be long. Exhale. Inhale, let's move it back to plank pose, feeling long through the feet, long through the legs, pressing the earth away with the hands. Hips lift. Let's be here for 3 breaths. Inhaling. Exhale, press the earth away. Inhaling. Exhaling, making sure those hips lift. Another inhale. And now let's exhale back to downward facing dog. Coming into our downward facing dog before we come into a chaturanga. So maybe pedaling out the legs if you need to, pressing those palms down, feeling those shoulder blades, maybe creating space between them. Those shoulders that we flossed, maybe warming, they're all part of this equation. Let's breathe in. Exhale. Now inhale, let's find our plank again. Palakasana. Good. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And now exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Ground that left foot, sweep the right foot to sky, bend the knee. Let's stack the hip. That right foot kind of coming towards the left, the right knee shining towards the right. Drop that chest towards the thigh. Yes, right. Maybe you make a shape with that knee. And now let's bring the hips parallel with the earth again. So that knee, maybe bring it beside that left knee, but the leg is bent. And now let's bring that right foot to kick to the sky again. Let's pause here in 3-legged downward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale. Maybe feel that left leg shake. And now inhale, step the right foot between the hands. Let's lower that knee down. Ground the left hand, sweep the right arm to sky. Yeah, maybe you make some circles with the fingertips. Maybe you move that arm down towards the floor and make circles kind of with the shoulder. Or maybe you just reach the hand to sky and make circles on the sky. So kind of feel into your shoulder, feel into this space. Breathe in. Good, now let's exhale, curl the toes of the left foot under, lift the left knee up. And extend that left leg long, yes, breathe in. Now exhale, bring the right hand to frame the foot. Step the foot back, plank pose, Palakasana. Yes. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stepping the feet as close to the hands as you want as you drop that chest towards the thigh, maybe gaze at the navel. And now that neck that we stretched out before, nodding the head, maybe shaking the head. That spine really nice and loose. Breathe in. Exhale, bend that left leg so the knees maybe are side by side. And then stack the hip if you drop that left foot over to the right. Now remember, bring that chest towards the thighs here. Sometimes we tend to kind of float the chest forward and the head forward towards the hands, but keep that chest towards the thigh. And then maybe you make your favorite shape with that left knee. Circles. Maybe you keep that leg still, but keep the hip open. Now exhale, bring that left knee to meet the right. Keep that chest towards the thigh. Then kick that left foot to the sky. And then we'll inhale, step it through between the hands. Lower that right knee down, press the right hand into the floor, lift the left hand to sky. Our variation of Pavrita Parso Konasana, or low revolved side angle. Maybe you make those circles with the arm, maybe just a circle on the sky, or maybe sweeping past the floor up to the heavens. Breathe in. Exhale, curl the toes of the right foot under, lifting that right knee off the ground. Couple breaths here. And then we'll exhale to sweep that left hand down to frame the foot. Step the left foot back, plank pose, Palakasana. Nice job. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Let's plant the hands, lift that right top of the foot off the earth and extend that right leg long and see how much longer that right leg is than the left. Now lift the left toes off the ground and reach that left leg long. And now drop back into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Yep. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let the breath go, reach that chest towards the thighs. Let's be here 5 breaths. If you want, you can drop down to the knees, walk the hands forward and be in puppy pose for these breaths. So puppy pose or downward facing dog. It's that same idea of lengthening the spine with those sits bones towards the sky. Wherever you're at, those hands press down and ground. Full breaths. Present breath. One more inhale. And exhale. If you're in puppy, curl those toes under, lift into downward facing dog. And then from here, let's all step the hands forward between, or the feet forward between the hands, folded Uttanasana. Let's lift up to that flat back where we press the hands on the thighs, those elbows reach back, shoulders go back, or follow those elbows, and the crown of the head reaches forward. So the sides of the neck feel long, those tops of those trapezius feel nice and lengthened. And now bend the knees, let's rise up to sky. And then exhale, reach those hands to the side, those fingertips reaching to the ground. Feel nice and long across the tops of the shoulders. Let's ground. We'll inhale, reach our hands to sky. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale up to that flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale back, Palakasana. Good. Exhale, lowering down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Maybe lengthening those legs long again. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in and out. And then we'll step the feet forward between the hands. Exhale when you get there. Really nice. Inhale, find that flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold it forward one more time, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, rise up to stand, Tadasana. Really nice, guys. We'll do one more of our Surya Namaskara A as we just did. So just kind of connecting your breath to movement. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, Uttanasana, folding forward. Inhale, that flat back. Good, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, stepping back, Palakasana. Nice, exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Good. Exhale back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then we'll step it forward. Inhale. Exhale when you get there, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, or Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Bend the knees, rise up, meeting in Tadasana. And pause. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, drop the hands, sweep the arms up to sky. Good. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Let's step it back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's be here for 3 breaths. That beginning, middle, and end. So inhale, feeling ourselves arriving in this shape. Exhale. Inhale to sustain the asana. And then inhale as we begin to transition out. Exhale. And then we'll inhale, step that right foot forward. Lower the left knee down, the left hand plants, right arm reaches to sky. Here we are again. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, curl the toes under, lift that knee up. Maybe that left hand hovers over the floor as the right arm reaches for sky. Good. Breathe in. Now let's exhale to bring those shoulders up, but keep that twist. So the right arm reaches back, the left arm reaches forward, our revolve crescent, a crescent twist. Let's breathe in. Exhale, bring that left hand back down. Plant the hand on the ground. Maybe step that left foot forward just a little bit. And now rise back up into that crescent twist, but straighten that front leg. And now bring that right hand towards that left leg, reach the left hand to sky. Revolve, reverse triangle, breathe in. Exhale, bring the left hand forward, the right arm reaches back. Bend that front knee, so here we are, our twisted crescent. Bring the ball, that left foot onto the ground, the left heel lifts. Good. Exhale, bring that left hand down, straighten that left leg. Bring the right hand to meet the ground, framing the foot, and we'll come into our pyramid pose. Right leg is straight, left heel grounds. Breathe in and out. Another breath in. Exhale, bring that right hand maybe towards the right calf. Lift the left hand to sky. Here we are in a variation of triangle pose. The right hand can be on the inside of that right leg or on the back side. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring that left hand to frame the foot, bend the knee. Let's plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose, Palakasana. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Yes, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Down facing dog. 3 breaths. Beginning. Our middle. And then our goodbye. Step the left foot forward between those hands. Lower the right knee, plant that right hand, and then reach the left hand up to sky. You can make those circles with that left hand if you want, or keep it still. Breathe in. Exhale, let's curl the toes of that left or that right foot under, and inhale to lift, lengthening that right leg long, left arm reaching for sky, right arm hovering, right hand hovering towards the floor. Breathe in and out. Another breath in. Exhale to come into that twisted crescent lunge, the left arm reaching back, the right arm reaching forward. Press into the ball, that right foot, the right heel is lifted. The heart kind of beaming towards that left side, that bent leg side. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Exhale to bring that right hand on the inside of the leg. Maybe you step that right foot forward just a little, and then we'll rise back up. Straighten that front leg. Yes. And now bring that left hand towards that right leg, the right arm to sky. Revolve, reverse triangle. Twisting, being. And now exhale, bring that right hand on the inside of that leg. The left hand comes back. So the hands frame that leg, plant the right heel down, and then reach the right arm to sky, that left hand either behind that left leg or on the inside, Trikonasana. Yeah, the left toes point forward, the right toes point towards the side. Partway forward, breathe in. And now exhale, bring that right hand down. And let's just fold over this leg into a pyramid. Yeah. And then we'll bend that knee, pivot onto the ball, that right foot, frame the foot. Now step the left foot back, Palakasana, plank pose. Let's be here for 3 breaths. You can always lower those knees, or maybe you want to come onto the forearms. Breathing in and out. One more breath in. And then we'll exhale back to downward facing dog. Or maybe you come into dolphin. Find yourself there. Breathe in and out. Let's inhale back up to plank pose. Deep breath in plank. And then let's lower down that left knee. Keep that right leg long. And then let's just rock forward and back. Kind of stretching out the back of that right leg. Maybe the right heel kind of comes to the ground, the right calf stretches, and then rock forward, shoulders past the fingertips maybe, and rock back and forth. And now bring the right knee to ground. Bring the knees nice and wide and sit back in a child's pose. And exhale. Maybe you bring your hands in prayer and then you tuck those hands on the back of that neck that we've been drawing so much awareness to. And bring those elbows far apart. Breathing back into the body and letting that breath leave. Let's exhale to lower those hands down. Inhale to rise back into our table. The right knee under the hip, the left knee comes in. And then send that left leg nice and long, and then we'll rock back and forth. Shoulders past the fingertips maybe. And bringing that left foot back as far as you want. Forward and back. Forward and back. Back and forward. Another breath in. Exhale, bring that left knee to meet the right. Pausing here, finding that nice strong tabletop. Let's plant the left hand underneath the heart. Reach the right arm to sky, but then bring that back of that right hand onto that low back. And just turn that heart open towards the right. Breathe in. And then exhale, plant the right hand on the ground. Bring the left hand to the side, and then the right hand under the heart. Sweep the left arm out, and then the back of that left hand to the low back. And then turn that heart, that shoulder to the left. Pressing the earth away with that right hand. Breathe in and out. Another breath in. And then exhale, bring the heart parallel with the floor. Plant the left hand down, the right hand comes over. Curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Yeah. Breathe in. Exhale, let the breath go. Inhale, step the right foot forward. And then step the left foot to meet the right. Bring the feet maybe mat distance apart. If you have a block, you can bring it under the heart space. Press the left hand onto the block or onto the floor. Let the weight shift into the balls of the feet. Maybe the heels lift. And then ground those heels back down. And then with that left hand under the heart space, reach the right arm to sky, gentle twist. Maybe you bring the back of that right hand to the low back. Maybe you keep that arm lifted. You can make circles with the arm. You can bend that left elbow as much as you need or keep that left arm straight. Breathe in. Exhale, sweep the right hand to the block and bring that left arm to sky. When you get that left arm there, you can keep it up high or bring the back of the left hand to the low back. And close the eyes. Be tuning into the shape that your body is in. Feeling your body in space. Bringing this presence into your practice. And then sweep that left arm up and then down. Maybe the block is moved to the side. You grab opposite elbows, bend the knees a lot or a little. Let the head hang again. Shaking it. Yes. Nodding it. Yes. No. And let's plant the hands. Heel toe the feet back underneath. So maybe they're about hip distance apart. Maybe the big toes touch as we drop the hips. Let's sweep our arms up to sky, finding Utkatasana. You can bring your hands to your hips if that feels better. Finding, or to the chest. Finding your expression of chair. Now let's ground the left foot, bring the right knee up as we lift the right foot off the ground. Let's send the right leg forward nice and long. And then let's just come to stand and then plant the right foot. And let the hands fall down or keep them at the heart space. Exhale, ground into your chair. When you feel those feet nice and grounded, ground into the right foot, lift the left foot off the earth, and maybe extend the left leg long in front. And then when you're ready, rise to stand and plant that left foot. Maybe notice the beating of your heart in your chest. Inhale. Let's exhale, find our chair, sitting down into our Utkatasana. Breathe in. Inhale, bring the arms out to the side like a T. Now let's ground that right foot. Step the left foot back, coming into our crescent lunge, and then twist over to the right. So here we are in our twisted crescent again. Breathe in. Exhale to bring that right hand towards the left back of the leg and reach the left hand to sky. Yep. So that bent leg is forward. And our hand is on the opposite leg behind us. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring the arms out like a T again, releasing the hand off the leg. Let's pause here. And maybe we shift the weight into that right foot and step into a twisted chair, bringing the left foot to meet the right. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the heart to shine forward. Plant the hands maybe on the thighs. And then with that left foot grounded, let's bring the right knee up and bring the right ankle on top of that left thigh, coming into that flying pigeon, but we're grounding that left leg, giving that right leg a little break. And that knee can be down and out as much as is comfortable. And that left leg can be bent like a lot or can be bent a little. So giving ourselves this flying pigeon. Inhale. One more breath in. And now exhale to either straighten that leg and then drop that leg down, or bring that knee in and then straighten the legs together. Good. Exhale and inhale in our mountain pose. Bringing hands to the heart. Maybe closing the eyes, tuning into the energy in our body. And then we'll exhale to come into chair. Tucking that pelvis, really nice. Let's inhale, bring the arms out like a T. Breathe in. Exhale, ground the left foot. Step the right foot back. Get that crescent grounded. And then we'll twist towards the left. Right hand forward, left hand back. You can either stay here, or maybe you exhale and bring that left hand towards the right leg, the right arm to sky. Dropping into your expression of a revolved, reverse, twisted crescent. Breathe in. Breathe out. Exhale to bring the shoulders up, the hands reach short edge to short edge. Stay in your twist. Ground into that left foot. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. So we're in our twisted chair. Breathe in. And then exhale, shine the heart forward, hands reach to the side. You bring the hands down or to the heart space. And then we'll ground that right foot. Bend the left knee and bring that left ankle on top of that right thigh for a flying pigeon. Breathing in and out. Another breath in. And then when you're ready, plant that left foot. Maybe you straighten that right leg. Maybe you bring the left knee up and straighten the legs together. But we'll meet in our mountain pose. Grounding and being. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, draw the breath in. Exhale, plant that right foot. Inhale, step the left foot back, but pivot the left foot open towards the side of the mat. So the right leg is bent and the left foot is in that opposite way. Maybe bring hands to the hips. And with those hands on the hips, just roll the shoulders. Yeah. And then inhale to bring the fingertips for the short edges of the mat. Let's inhale, straighten that front leg and bring the palms together. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale, bend. And we'll pause in our Virabhadrasana 2, maybe glancing past that front hand. The right knee, make it past, kind of towards the pinky edge of the foot. Breathe in. Now exhale, straighten that leg and drop the left hand on that left leg and reach the right arm to sky, reverse triangle. Gonna close your eyes. Maybe let the breath out through the mouth. Inhale, bring the hands back to reach for the short edges of the mat. Exhale, pivot that right foot towards the long edge and bring hands to the hips. Now roll the shoulders back again, maybe doing a couple of shoulder rolls. And now tilt that pelvis. Drop the heart halfway parallel with the floor, hinging at the waist. Bring our arms out like a T again. You can bring the feet wider or closer together, kind of feeling a nice strong base here, guys. Breathe in. And then exhale, reach the right hand towards the left thigh, the left calf, reach the left arm to sky. Maybe you feel that right shoulder drop down, lengthening through that low back, maybe. Inhale and exhale here. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the arms out like a T again. Pausing here, and we'll bring our hands to our hips. Let's lift the heart, coming back into a wide-legged stance, but drop over to the right, coming into side lunge. Skandasana, bring the arms out like a T. Exhale, cross that left hand towards that right thigh, coming into a little twist with the right hand to sky, the left forearm on that right thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Another breath in. And a breath out. Now inhale, let's straighten that leg as we rise, coming into Utthita Tadasana. Exhale, let the breath go. Breathe in. Exhale, bring that left hand towards the right calf or the right thigh, and the right arm reaches for sky. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in. Now exhale to bring those hands out to the side, but let that heart hover over the floor. Exhale to bend that left knee and kind of soar over towards the left. And then lift the heart. Yep. And then we'll bring that right arm towards that left thigh and twist open in our Skandasana. Left arm to sky, right forearm on that left thigh. Breathing in, letting the breath go. Breathing in. And exhale to let it go and come back into an extended mountain pose. We'll bring the arms out, straighten the legs, standing tall. And then exhale, pivot that left toe towards the short edge, that right toe still faces the long edge, and then we'll sink into that Virabhadrasana 2. Nice. Maybe glance over that front left hand, the left knee towards the pinky edge of the foot if that feels right. And then inhale, straighten that leg, bring palms together, gazes up. Exhale, extend and bend. Inhale, straighten and bring together. Exhale, bend and lengthen. Let's pause. Inhale. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Bring that right hand on the back leg, left arm to sky. Reverse triangle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And then exhale, bend that knee. The fingertips reach for the short edges of the mat again. Breathing in and out. Exhale. Our next exhale brings hands to the hips. We'll pivot that left foot towards the long edge here. And now let's heel toe the feet together. So kind of walk the toes and the heels in. Yep. And once you get those feet about hip distance, maybe a little wider, let's turn those toes out. And then we're going to come into a malasana, but really slowly. So kind of bend those knees and drop down a little. And then maybe you drop down a little more. Maybe you need to lengthen your feet out, drop down a little more. So we're kind of in a goddess squat, but making our way to malasana. So as the pelvis drops, maybe you bring your hands down to the floor, and then you heel toe the feet in, and then drop that pelvis. Maybe you sit on a block. Maybe those hips hover. And let's press those elbows into the knees. We'll count it down from 3 and 2 and 1. If you want, rise up into extended mountain pose or plant those hands. Maybe you want to just come into part crow, or maybe full crow, or maybe no crow when you're in extended mountain pose. Wherever you're at, let's be there for 5 breaths. Remembering why we're here, dedicating this to someone that we love. And then 2 more breaths. If you're in crow, lower those toes down. Drop the pelvis. And we'll rise up to meet an extended mountain pose, however makes sense for you to get there. Feeling that energy move outward now after being balled up in a crow. Let's rest the hands on the legs. Scan the body from toe to head. Maybe closing the eyes. And rather than that gaze going outward towards the front, bring that gaze to the back of the head. And let it flow down the back of the body. And then bring that awareness up the back of the body. And down the back of the body. Draw the gaze upward. Open the eyes if they're closed. And let's come to our mountain pose at the front of our mat. Grounding again. Maybe scanning the back of the body as we arrive in a mountain pose. And then sweeping arms up to sky. Exhale, folding forward. Now inhale, step the left foot back and lower the knee down. Bring the right foot back, lower that knee down. Now bring the knees wide. And maybe you bring the arms out in front and you come into a half child's pose. Or maybe you bring those sits bones all the way to the heel, coming into a full child's pose. And winding down in the expression of child's pose. And exhale, let's plant the hands with the heart. And bring those knees underneath the hips. And that crown of the head, let's lower that crown of the head to the floor. Coming into rabbit pose. So make sure that weight is in your knees and then in your hands, the crown of the head meets the floor. From here, you can bring your hands towards the heels and curl the toes under. The forehead is maybe parallel with the knees. The crown of the head is grounded, but the weight is in the knees. You can interlace the hands behind your back and pull them up to the sky. Feeling those shoulders maybe open and those shoulder blades pinch. We'll be here for 7 more breaths. And if this isn't comfortable, then perhaps puppy pose would be more comfortable and grounding. Breathing in 3, and 2, and 1. Gently lower the hands if they were lifted, like coming on either side of the head. Tops of the feet come to the floor. Sit back in child's pose. Maybe you lift the head really slowly. And then come back down into child's pose. Sometimes I like to stack my fists and rest my forehead on my fists here after a rabbit pose. Breathe in and breathe out. And in. And exhale, let the breath leave the body. You can lift your head off of your hands if they were stacked and resting. Let's make our way to our back. So as simply and as easily as you can, roll over to your back. And then when you get there, let's hug our knees into the chest, but let those knees drop out wide, as if you were kind of on a reclined child's pose. So the hands maybe hold those knees and the knees drop out nice and wide. Deep breath in. And now let's exhale, bring the hands to the back of the hamstrings, those back of the legs. And now with the hands kind of pulling on the hamstrings, press the feet out so there's resistance. The feet are going to come long, legs are going to come long, but kind of resist with those hands. And then when you can no longer hold on to those legs, let go with the hands and let the legs be long. Maybe the toes fall to the pinky edge, falling outward. And we'll pause here for just a breath. Exhale, those shoulder blades come onto the floor. And let's exhale, plant the feet, setting up for a bridge. Bring those feet as close to the glutes as you want, planting the feet on the ground. And we'll exhale, lift the hips to the sky. Shimmy those shoulder blades underneath the chest. We'll be here for 2 breaths. Let the breath go. Breathe in. Exhale. Another breath in to lower the hips down. Exhale to hug the knees into the chest. Rocking side to side maybe. Yeah. And then let's lower the feet to the floor, coming into our bridge setup. So when those feet ground, exhale to lift the hips to the sky. Shimmy the shoulder blades under the chest. And we're going to add on a little bit. So we're going to just kind of walk those feet away from the glutes a little. But try to keep those hips lifted. You might notice parts of the legs that you hadn't noticed before, like the hamstrings or a different part of the glutes. Let's be here for another breath. Keep those hips lifted and maybe walk the feet just a little bit further away from the glutes again. Keeping the hips lifted if you can. One more breath. Exhale. And then inhale to lower. Everything comes to the floor. Draw the right knee into the chest. Let the left leg be long. Maybe you rock side to side. The left foot can also come to the ground. That feels better on the low back, but draw only the right knee in. And then let the right knee drop out to the side. And maybe that right leg comes long and you hold that leg in your hand. And then draw the right leg long with foot reaching for the sky. So the right leg is long, right foot parallel with the ceiling. And then lower that foot down, bending the knee. Send the right leg long, draw the left knee into the chest. And maybe you rock side to side. And then drop that left knee off to the side. Maybe you lengthen that left leg long and let the left hand hold that leg out to the side. And then bring that left foot long, left leg long, left foot to the sky. And then bend the leg, send the leg nice and long. Let the feet fall wherever they fall. Let the shoulder blades rest into the floor. The eyes drop into the back of the head and let that gaze move to the back body. And just scanning the back of the body for a breath. And then letting go with any effort to notice. And allow yourself to drop into Shavasana. Perhaps your next breath fills the body with gratitude for all that we did today. With every passing moment, our body is remembering their true nature as spirit, peace fills every cell. Our next breath, just visualizing other people in class today, sending them peace. Be tapping into that synergy of our community, the support and constance that we have in one another. In your next breath, breathe into your heart space. In your exhale, feel the peace and the benefits of your practice radiating outward to the people in your home and in your neighborhood, in your county, and beyond, across the river, up the river, down the river. And recall the friend to whom you dedicated your practice. Extend peace to that person. When you're ready, you can roll to one side and come to a seated position. You can bring your hands to your heart. And let's close together with an exhale. Inhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Namaste, guys.